Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer, and we're returning to a Let's Play series of Command Modern Operations, where we're playing as Iran this time, and we're playing against the US. We've just sunk a carrier group of the US Navy down here, close to the Strait of Hormuz, very close to Iranian waters, by just overwhelming them with basically cruise missiles. Now, the Americans are attacking us. I do believe that these two guys down here are attacking us with all of these potentially Tomahawk missiles that are streaming in towards our air bases. Hopefully we're going to be able to intercept some of them. Some of them have already come through, but we're going to have to see whether they are going to do more in that regard. On the other hand, we do see that the Americans are assembling for a counter-strike. They have put up a lot of aircrafts here in the vicinity, coming from Bahrain and streaming over towards our home waters or home area. So let's make sure, what are you doing, that we are getting all of our aircrafts towards down here, all of the fighters at the very least, to maybe at least be able to intercept them over there. We are of course intercepting them already with a couple of missiles. We do have, for example, the Su-33 over here, which did send a single missile against this guy. We do have a couple of short-range F-5s down here, which were lucky, which are a little bit feeling sorry, I guess, to be coming in the way of these, because these are probably F-18s or something in that regard. Right, so let's see that. In between episodes, I did also split off a couple of these guys down here, the Bavars. These are basically ground effect aircraft slash boats, so they can go very fast, but only above water, or just above the water, I should say. So they can't really fly, but it's almost as if. Anyway, they're going to check out these contacts here that we don't know about yet. I don't suspect that they are American, but let's see. Right, so most importantly, I'm interested in whether this A-10 over here will be able to intercept this guy. Of course, we will be facing a lot more missiles here as these guys are launching theirs at our aircraft. Let's see what's going to come out of that. We do see a couple of SA-21s over here streaming towards these two guys. That missile, of course, did miss. Let's actually check the weapon endgame here for once. So actually over here, so it's an F-18E, which we shouldn't really know because it doesn't tell us. It does have a hit probability of 80%, but it's adjusted for distance. It's also adjusted for various other things. And the final probability was 45%, which honestly isn't that great. Where are you actually based? Shiraz International Airport. I do believe that's one of these, yes. So, honestly, yeah, just do try to come there. And I suppose, oh, you're the recipient of this missile, right? Let's turn off your radar here. And let's make sure to go on minimum altitude, and let's go afterburner speed. I would like to maintain this guy, and maybe, just maybe, he is going to survive. And if you do have NHF, do lay it so that maybe that missile here is not going to make it towards you. Another Tiger destroyed. Unfortunately, that will happen a lot more, I think, as these guys really are not that great at evading any enemy missiles. So yeah, that is unfortunate. But yeah, just how it is. Okay, we are seeing more impacts by the Tomahawk missiles up here. That is unfortunate. On the other hand, we are already sending a couple of missiles down there. More Tigers being destroyed. Again, not too unexpected. Really interested to see whether we will intercept all of these missiles here. That's a lot of them, after all. You guys are all feeling jammed, which is not great. But I suppose that's going to be alright. We've got these MiG-29s here. What have you got, actually? Oh, you're returning to base. That's why you were doing that. Okay, that's fine. I suppose you're sending more missiles after the poor F-5s. That would be to be expected, but again, not that great. You're quite fast there. Oh, and by the way, you can see we are maybe successful in evading this missile over here, because you can see it doesn't go quite on the path that we would expect it to take if it was really just going for us again. So let's try to evade that by just circling around a little bit towards that direction. And maybe he's going to overshoot us, and we'll be able to get home safely. Right, over there, it does seem like we impacted the Tomahawk there. We have at least spotted these guys. Oh, on the other hand, this guy here will probably impact something. On the other hand, we have pretty much launch all of these missiles, so honestly I don't think that's that important. Do we see further issues down here? Okay, we've got these guys here. You're still going to come down there. That's okay. And I suppose these missiles are still supposed to be for you. So let's actually try to get away from that if at all possible. Maybe we can outrun them. And maybe we can shoot down something over there. Yes, and indeed we did. So that's nice to see. Our anti-air systems are working over there. So that's great. Oh, and by the way, in case that wasn't clear, these guys here are extremely fast. These guys are currently running 100 knots, so yeah, that's very, very fast. Intercepting a couple of cruise missiles there, that's lovely to see. And you have indeed avoided your being intercepted there by that missile, so let's try to get you home safely. We've also got these Tomcats here, which are just coming in sort of behind the enemy here. Which is nice. I do think they don't have... They are running without radar systems, and that is, I think, why they are doing something good over there. Although some of these guys might now have sense that these guys are around. Let's take a brief second here to examine this American attack. Note, by the way, how most of these guys are flying really low, like 200 feet or so. And that is interesting, I think, because that indicates that these guys are coming in for a strike. Question is anyone doing something different? These guys back there are doing something different. This guy is doing something different. So I wonder why that is. What does make these aircraft different? These guys here are maybe returning. Maybe they are out of missiles. I do not know, but at least they seem to be climbing away and going away. So I'm not sure why they would be doing that. This guy here seems to be on an intercept. Well, he might also be just returning to base. I don't know. This guy down here is also a little bit weird, honestly. So what we might want to do then is, since he is a little bit different, let's try to send an AA-13 after him. Just a single one, you know, nothing too big. Your radar's on, so that's nice. Yeah, so let's go this way, and just do go on loiter speed, please. I don't want to have you launch that immediately. The jamming might be a problem. Technically we are of course in range, but if the radar dishes do not support that, then of course that doesn't really help. Alright, okay, you guys are going to try to intercept. Go here for the first intercept. How are you guys doing? Okay, let's try to get towards Kish, because I think Kish here is the issue. You guys are going for an intercept there. That's lovely, but it's extremely far away. And you know what, these bombers here, how do we get you over here without being intercepted? Well, I suppose the direction here is alright. Okay, you guys need to come towards Kish as fast as possible, honestly, so do go on military speed, please. And what else have we got over here? We've got more MiG-29s, let's go to Kish. Let's get a little bit faster, more MiG-29s, same thing really. S-33s, I guess you can go a little bit southerly of that. But do try to go fastly here. And then we've got these Phantoms. You're extremely short range. Honestly, I wouldn't be super unhappy if you guys could take like the brunt of the assault over here. That would not be a horrible, horrible result. Okay, this is getting too close to me. Most of these guys seem to be trying to intercept my MiG-25s? It's 35s. I misnamed these guys. 35s it is. Right. Do have these Tomcats, which do have a couple of Hawks. Could try to intercept them over here. Oh, you guys did launch something there. That's nice to see. Well, I'm fairly sure that you guys... I was supposed to say I'm fairly sure that you guys are hostile in a hostile aircraft. But look at the speed, 230 knots. That could well be a passenger aircraft, and as we all know, attacking passenger aircraft is not the necessarily best idea. Right, okay, you guys have at least avoided being attacked over there. And let's go back to cruise speed over here. And let's try to find out what this guy is. Right, we do see missiles over here again now. Being launched at us, presumably. presumably at these SU-33s. So do try to run away. If we can avoid any such missile, that would be good. Where are you guys going? Oh, I think you're going for the ships down there. Well, that's lovely to see. Yeah, you're decently fast, so that's nice. Right. Oh, so we did kill something there, I think. I think these guys are not going for our missiles, so that is nice to see. And these multi-role aircraft aren't doing great, yeah. And indeed it seems like these guys are trying to come for us, so let's try to get away from them. I suppose they launched at maximum range, so that shouldn't be too good for them. Nice. Nice, look at that. So we did kill all of these guys. So I'm not sure whether these guys here are autonomous or whether we might just try to get on a perpendicular course over here. Try to intercept them that way. I am mindful about these guys here though. Coming at a very, very low altitude there. And I do think we did see a Vampire being launched, which means a missile, and I suppose that is a ground attack missile, but I do not see it anywhere. Where's that? Nothing down here. Nothing up here. And you know what? You guys can come up a little bit like that. You do have decent range, so I think you might come down there in due time. You're doing fine over there. You guys have attacked this gentleman. You guys are all going back, which is slightly weird, honestly, but no, you need to come back. You need to keep an eye on these guys. Where is that Vampire thing? Oh yeah, it's over here. So these guys are, I think, indeed attacking Kish airbase there. So what have we got? We've got... Don't we have anyone with a really short range? Didn't I just have... Certainly not the SU-33s. Jesus, there's so many missiles over here you can hardly see where the aircrafts are. MiG-28s. Yeah, the Phantoms. If at all possible, guys, do really crank it up. Maybe we can use your missiles to intercept some of these cruise missiles. Okay, stuff over here seems to be fine. I think we are fine with intercepting them. And I suppose these guys will return very, very shortly. Yeah, because they have launched basically all of their assets, and we now need to be mindful that probably our guys here will be blown to pieces. Yeah, and they are returning now, so that does indicate to me that they are probably... Okay, you guys can launch further missiles, I think. And this guy, please, and thank you. We've got all of the AA stuff coming in for you. We've got the Tomcats here. I would prefer if you didn't run right into these missiles. But yeah, you know what? Okay, let's get the Tomcats. Let's crank it up a little bit. Wait a minute. Didn't these SU-33... Yeah. You guys do need to go back to cruise speed, please. And could you come up a little bit like this, maybe? I'm not sure what these guys are going for. I mean, I suppose we can try to launch something at them. The AA-11. It's very short range, 10 miles. That's just about like this far, no. Not a possibility here. So I suppose you're coming in for these areas there. Slightly concerning, but not a big one. These Tomcats are doing a fine job over here, at least interrupting them. But that's not enough. Okay, you guys are fine. Do come up this way. You do come up that way. Can you turn on your radar? It is on. Nice to see. Okay, so let's try to intercept at least 2 of these missiles. Can you do that, please? Right, 1 on each. Does that work, I wonder? Or will that not work at all? Cruise speed is fine. You guys are presumably extremely low? No, you're not. You're ballistic. What are you? I don't understand. I also don't understand why this is not indicated as being allowed. No directors are able. No line of sight, etc. No, that's not true. You... Wait a minute. Okay, so we are seeing some missiles over there. Right, okay, so what can we do over here? We do see an explosion over there, which is nice to see, always. What have we got over here? We've got a multi-role aircraft, right? So let's try to have the Su-33s earn some glory over here. Right, so... You and you. You're definitively hostile, I think. More or less definitively then. Right, so... I suppose that does mean... Two of you? Two of you. Not sure whether that registered correctly, but you know what? We're gonna find out. Right, so over here, you guys don't seem to be picking these guys up, but at least some anti-air weapons are being used over here. I really don't know what they are. Potentially some kind of standard weapon, but I don't know what. Ah, now we are seeing a missile being launched over here from these guys. Okay, so that's nice to see. Yeah, so we are supporting the defense over here with our air assets. It's not exactly the air assets that I would have liked to use for that, but I do think it's okay to do that because we definitely do need to get a hang of these guys. I would really have liked to use... Not any of you. You potentially. No. There we did have some low type thing. Okay, so a lot of missiles did seem to miss these guys, or they were intercepted, I suppose. But that's going to be alright. Okay, you need to go to high speed, turn off radar, go this way, try to dive. I did miss that, so our Tomcats over there are coming under attack. I'm trying to get out of their line of sight, but it's not looking good. It seems like the missile has already locked on. And that definitely is spelling pretty much doom for this guy. Yeah, that is unfortunate, honestly, but well, it's just sometimes how it is. There's another missile though that is over here, so let's try to avoid that at the very least, and try to get away from that. Okay, you guys are doing fine. Can you go this way, please? And thank you. Just normal speed is fine. We've got the Tomcats. Can I actually launch at this guy? Maybe these two. Different in altitude is a problem. Okay, if that's the case, then let's go to high altitude only. So you should soon launch. And hopefully that is going to be alright. Good. MiG-35s. You're actually doing relatively well, guys. So... really don't know what these guys are down there, but we'll find out soon enough, I think. How about you? Why have you not, for example, engaged this one? Let's try to do that anyway. Good. I think that's decent. So no further things up there, but a couple of SSC-5s coming in for these targets, which is nice. These guys are coming down there as well. We've got these extremely fast guys fanning out to find out what we are dealing with. So that's okay. Another missile here going for the Tomcats. I suppose that it might be alright. Let's try to avoid that, if at all possible. It does seem to have run out of steam, so that's nice. Good. Well, we've got this multi-role over here. Let's try to do something against that. So let's go to normal speed, and I suppose high altitude is fine. You know what, let's go this direction so that we can intercept these guys as they are running away. Right, what are we doing over here? You then, okay, not the MiG-35s maybe, but you guys, can you just try to attack this one? By the way, note that we have pretty much defeated all of the missiles that did come in here, and none of them did make it through, so that is interesting to know. A couple of guys are landing over there at our air bases, so that's nice. A couple of missiles do have their final approach over here. Mostly ground-based aircraft, ground-based missiles. But there seems to be an interception there, so that's nice. Still, it would be nice to see a lot more here. Also, it's a little bit... Honestly, I don't really like that these guys are so close down here. You do still have missiles, don't you? SC-33s. It's really not ideal interception range for you, but okay. A radar has been destroyed. Can you tell me where, please? Over here. So indeed, a missile seems to have gotten through, which is certainly not nice. Well, we are at least sending more missiles out here. Well, well, well. Okay, you are trying to intercept this guy. So that's okay. We've got the Tomcats. You're doing a job over there. I'm not sure whether you're doing a good one. We've got these up here as well. Come on, don't crash on me. Don't crash on me. Right, so you guys are short-range AA. We've got these bombers as well, and I do want to try to find whether we can bomb these guys over here. Especially the US facilities, of course, would be a good target. Okay, another missile potentially being launched at us over here. Oh, no, at these Tomcats. I think. Hard to say where they're going, really. Yeah, no, they are going for the Tomcats. Your radar is on. Let's go to minimum altitude. Let's try to get away. Come on. You must be able to kill this guy. It's only a single dude there. More missiles that we're seeing over here. These might be for the Tomcats. I really don't know. Potentially. I mean, these guys are still extremely strong. Oh, we do see more missiles coming down here, which does lead me to believe that this guy here must be, pretty much must be, hostile. Likewise with this guy, I don't know. Okay. You do attack him. It's an F-18. Interesting. So we do have a dogfight over here developing, which is also certainly interesting to see. Lots of missiles being launched at these Tomcats over here. I do hope that they lost us because we are so low now at 80 feet. It does seem like they're on a very good intercept course there. Well, but we do not know. These guys are still certainly going the right way. Yeah, and the... You're being engaged here by these missiles. That's unfortunate. Well, well, well. Okay, guys, can you... Okay, are you trying to murder him via... I do want to have an eye on this then. Well, the Tiger has been destroyed. That must have been one of the missiles that we've just observed. Come on. Come on, do load up attack view. There we go. Right. Let's pick this air group. Sometimes it's a little bit weird how attack view does this. Right, so we've got you, and you're definitively diving. All of these three guys there are diving onto the F-18. So I suppose they must be very close to using their guns or something like that. Fortunately, I can only pretty well. I can also, of course, pick the aircraft itself. You are coming up behind him, and there's a missile, potentially a short-range infrared missile. It did miss. But of course, with the positioning of these three guys here, this is not going well for this F-18. There we go. It has exploded. So yeah, so far that is to be expected. More missiles coming in for these guys. Definitely more missiles against these Tomcats. I do think it's getting a little bit hot for them. Let's try to get them out, if at all that does remain possible, which right now it just doesn't look like it. Some of these missiles might still miss, but we are going to lose more aircraft over here. I'm pretty sure at least one of them, if not two. No! Okay. Very lucky. Very lucky from our side. Okay, in that case, let's try to get back to in the game here over here. And let's actually turn on your radar, because I would like to launch something at these guys here. So yeah, let's actually fire at least two of these Hawks. It should be lovely. Right, you guys do try to find out what this guy is. He must be hostile. He must be. Tomcats are doing fine. You know what? Try to attack these guys. And then we've still got these Phantoms trying to chase after them. Which I suppose is okay. Also, you guys, what are you doing? Then we have some super long range Su-35s. Yes, we do. Right, your job is going to be to attack these guys here. 2 missiles each. And 1 missile each. Your radar's on. Yes, it is. So hopefully at least we will be able to take these guys out. Right, you're trying to come over there and trying to catch up there. Does seem to take you a while. Let's try to go for afterburner. You're a single aircraft here. Okay, let's try to run away. This is a lot of missiles coming from that guy. Let's try to get away with the Su-33s. I think they're coming in for that, right? They might just be coming in for the Su-33s. In which case it would not be that great. Also, you need to come very low. That's spread out a little bit, isn't it? Right, okay. The Tomcats are engaging this guy. That's good. Let's come down here with you. I think by now they must have expended a significant proportion of their missiles. At the very least of their longer range missiles. You're still engaged offensive against that Super Hornet, which I suppose is okay. The Tomcats. No, this is not being targeted at the Tomcats. You're still trying to dive there. These missiles are coming for these aircraft, and it might be that we're hitting them before they can hit us, which would be lovely. But it's looking a little bit uncertain there. These missiles here, I think, are coming for the Tomcats. Yeah, so we are losing significant amount of stuff over here. But you know what, on the other hand, we're definitely causing a lot of damage here. Right, okay, we know that they are hostile. Let's try to get them. And you know what, you can try to fire all of your missiles here. Because I do see a missile coming for us, and that is not great. Yeah, so we are going to lose some Tomcats over here. Against these guys. We don't know what they are. We don't know what type of weapon they are using there. Definitely is looking like it's strong ones. The F-18s are very... I mean, the good thing, though, from the Iranian perspective, is we do have the advantage. Why are you not going this way? You should be going that way so that you're illuminating these targets. You're engaged defensively, aren't you? Do engage this target. Jesus. 3 missiles coming at him now. 4 though. How's it looking over here? The MiG-35s are extremely agile, so it seems like they're doing fine there. And our missiles are going in for these Strike Eagles. Lovely to see. I think we did just shoot down this guy. So that's lovely. Also, you dodged your missile there. So let's try to get away and sneak away from over here, because you only have a single missile anyway. I kind of doubt whether you'll be able to do that. Are you increasing in altitude? You should be going lower. Yeah, fine. Good. So missiles coming in this way, that's okay. Let's try to intercept there. And we've got these shorter ranged dudes over here. We still got you, and you still have a couple of Hawks, so I suppose that's going to be alright. These Phantoms might try to catch up with the Super Hornet there. And honestly, you guys can try to take this one out. That would be lovely. We don't know what you are. You're a little bit slow for a military aircraft. So I'm not quite sure what to make out of you, but I think it's okay. And I think we can actually accelerate time here a little bit. Definitively